Hi all, video 2. So I'm going to continue my story where I was teaching high school freshman English at a charter school and thinking things are fine. I had expressed the fact that I would like to come back the next year. It would have been my 4th year teaching there, so this was my 3rd year teaching there. And it was January, and after school one day in January, I get an email that the principal's secretary asked if I could come down to speak to the principal for a minute after school. So I thought, okay, sure, no big deal. It's January. I can't even imagine why, but maybe he wanted to give me kudos. My kids were doing really, really well. I had great test scores with my students. No complaints. At least they didn't tell me there were any complaints. So, I pop on down there after school, happy, smiling. I get into the principal's office, and he is just coming in, and he goes to sit down, and then all of a sudden our new assistant principal, she was brand new that year. She was a teacher before, but she was the new assistant principal, and she'd only been in the position for like 3 months. And she pops in, and he says, do you mind if she sits in on our meeting, because I'm trying to have her learn more things about meetings. And I said, sure, what do I care? And this gal was an English teacher for many years, so I thought, okay, cool. Awesome. So she sits down and says nothing, and he proceeds to say, well, we just want to let you know that we're not renewing your contract. And my heart sunk and it dropped. And immediately I thought, why? And I said, well, what happened? Why? And they said, well, we're not going to get into it at this time. And I said, well, wait a minute. I don't understand. He goes, no. We just wanted to tell you early enough so you could go get a different job somewhere else at a different school. But we are not renewing your contract. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. And pushed me out of the room. So I proceeded to be completely bewildered, completely shell-shocked, drove home crying, called my husband. I could not believe what was going on. I could not believe that they were doing this to me without any warning, any notice, nothing. I had zero indications that they were unhappy with my work or anything I was doing. So I go home. For the next several months, teachers start treating me poorly. Administration starts treating me poorly. Office staff, who I previously was friends with and happy with, suddenly they didn't want to talk to me. They would turn away in the halls. And I thought, boy, everybody else knows why I'm not getting renewed except for myself. But they won't tell me. I asked repeatedly, and they would not tell me why I was not being renewed. I was completely bewildered. Now, they didn't tell me until May, the very last evaluation of the year. They do this big cumulative evaluation. So let me talk about that in the next video.